What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm kind of excited today. I'm here at Alpha Male Clinic with Clifton, and I'm going to let him do an official introduction. But I recently had my blood work done, and I've talked about this in the past. I know I've introduced my blood work a couple years ago, but it has been quite some time. So I'm excited to have my blood work gone over again, because getting your hormone levels and everything checked out is really, really important to stay up on your health. So Clifton, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate the opportunity. I'm Clifton Mack with the Alpha Male Clinic. We're excited to have Kristen Graham in here because we've just recently launched our Alpha Chicks program, and most people think we only deal with men here at the clinic, and it's nice to have a high-level, fitness spokesmodel like you, to work with here. First of all, I'd like to go ahead and commend you for coming in and doing things the right way. Mm-hmm. Most of the time, we're just taking shots in the dark, we're reading articles, we're taking pills, we're doing all kinds of stuff to try to, like I said, just kind of find our way in the dark to optimal health and fitness. And there really is a better way, and this is the way. We here at the Alpha Male Clinic, we've realized that most of the spas in town, they're more interested with the exterior. They're more interested in pumping your face full of stuff to make you pretty, and instead of healing from the inside out and doing things the right way, where there's longevity and just a better quality of life. So what I want to do is for our viewers, for your viewers, kind of review what we're looking at here with the blood. Now, first off, I'm going to go ahead and admit I'm not a doctor, okay? But I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night, so that's pretty close. But all jokes aside, what I have here is what I'm looking at is a plan of care. So we've got the blood labs here. Our doctors, we actually not only have a male doctor, but we have a female renowned doctor that actually consults with our female panels as well, because you females are a lot more complex than us guys, and we want to make sure we get it right. I don't know. I mean, personally, I've never had a menstrual cycle, so it is nice to be able to to consult with an expert female doctor that knows what we're looking at a little closer than I have the experience with.
And I think a lot of times, too, people, and I know myself included, I didn't even know you guys worked with females. One of my girlfriends told me, so I had no idea. So just being cognizant of that and knowing that there's somebody out there that you can talk to and work with, this to me I thought was a no-brainer.
Well, we did have to expand to the Alpha Chicks brand as well, honestly, because I didn't recognize when we started this business that there was as big of a niche as possible. I realized that men really are marketed to a lot in this business, and what I come to realize is that all these med spas all over freaking town, they're not pulling blood. No. They're more interested in keeping you coming every 3 months for your injections, whereas, and there's so many people nowadays that are wondering, what is going on? Why am I feeling the way that I'm feeling? Why am I having problems, keeping the weight from going on? Why am I having problems, sexually? Why am I all these problems? And it's like, so we kind of had to expand. We're here to help people. Yeah. We want to do things the right way, and that's really our emphasis. Is if you're not looking at the blood, you're not doing it the right way. So let's dive right in. And I'm looking at a couple blood tests here. One is from 3 years ago.
Yes.
I think you shared this with your viewers.
Yeah.
And then one is from just a couple weeks ago that we're kind of reviewing right now. Just reviewing, the doctor noted that you're having some trouble with your sleep quality.
Yes. Yeah, that was one of my big complaints when I came in, and I will say I'm very in tune with my body. So when I started to all of a sudden, I'm not sleeping well, I feel lethargic, I'm weight cranky, so that kind of stinks for my family. When all these things kind of start to pop up and I'm not doing some kind of crazy weight cut, everything should be kind of smooth sailing, something's not right. And that's when I started to question kind of what's going on under the hood.
Sure. Also, you noticed some weight gain, and I know you're pretty disciplined with your diet.
I am. Yeah, and it's right around my midsection, which I know age has something to do with that, but it's not an issue that I've ever had in the past.
Okay. And the fatigue, the crankiness, I mean, we can associate that with a few different things as well. I am in looking at your report from 3 years ago to now, there's a few common denominators, and one of them is testosterone. You actually have suboptimal testosterone levels. There's clinically we say low testosterone, suboptimal, average, and high. You're in that suboptimal range. You're almost identical at a level 22 3 years ago, at a level 23 right now.
Right.
So I see that you never really addressed that.
No, and it's funny you say that because I get hate on YouTube, social media in general, and people are like, oh, lay off the testosterone, guys. I'm not taking testosterone, and this I think is. Would you say this is a pretty clear?
Very, very clear.
Yeah.
I mean, from 3 years till now,
Yeah.
and there's no fluctuation.
Right.
So I mean, I guess props are in order because the only way you can overcome that is with hard freaking work.
Yeah. So you guys can see that from all my videos. I put in my work.
Definitely. So you know how we address that. I mean, obviously there is testosterone available, but I know for what you do and for your viewers, I mean, probably not the right avenue to prescribe any
With
testosterone.
CrossFit, that's one of those things where it's kind of a gray area or cannot go into that.
Definitely.
realm.
So we have some nutraceutical products. We'll talk about how we can support those naturally.
Okay.
Okay. As far as the sleep goes, which I mean, we start there because that's going to be one of the highest priorities. Is if you're not sleeping well, you're not recovering well, and most people don't realize that the time you're going to be. I mean, if your goals are to have harder, leaner muscle, the times you're most anabolic throughout the day is while you're sleeping. So if you're not getting the adequate amount of REM sleep and the quality of that sleep, you're not. You're actually leaving gains, you're leaving weight loss, you're leaving all kinds of things on the table, as well as your moods, your attitudes, and just your hormonal stability is affected. Most people don't realize that it's testosterone that helps you fall asleep, but it's progesterone that actually helps keep you asleep. And I did notice that you have low progesterone.
Okay.
So I really am confident that we're going to be able to actually drastically affect your sleep quality by addressing that progesterone, getting that to a normal limit to where you can actually recover from the strain you are putting on your body in the gym and with your diet and everything you're doing. So that's number one. I'm also noticing you're B12 deficient, and B12 is responsible for a lot of things. Obviously energy. It's going to help you in the gym. It's going to help you with fat loss. And with the weight gain. I mean, that's the fact that you're suboptimal B12 explains that might be a contributing factor to that. Now, what we're going to recommend, the doctor recommends, is actually what's called a MIC Lipo B injection, and that is it's kind of a cocktail of vitamins. You have L-arginine, you have L-carnitine, you have choline, methionine, leucine, you have riboflavin, but then it also has B1, B2, B6, B12, all in this injection. You do it a couple days a week, right subcutaneously, right to the belly. It's very, like I said, it's vitamins.
Yeah.
This isn't any kind of anabolics or anything like that, but it is going to give you a lot of energy, help you become more thermogenic. You're just going to enjoy the way you feel on it.
Sounds like a plan.
As far as the testosterone goes, what I think we need to do is put you on some a very high-end pharmaceutical grade zinc supplement.
Okay.
And there's a lot of reasons for the zinc, but one of those reasons for men and women is it does help support your higher natural testosterone levels.
Okay.
Now, in the world of COVID we live in right now, that's your number one thing you need to be taking to actually a combination of D, which we're going to talk about that, and zinc is one common denominator they're finding in all these COVID patients is they're zinc deficient, they're vitamin D deficient.
Okay.
So I don't want you on a normal level of zinc and D. I want you on a high level.
Okay.
For your testosterone reasons, but also for your immunity.
Okay.
So and like we talked about, you're suboptimal on the vitamin D. Vitamin D, and that's interesting because
we live in Myrtle Beach.
We live in Myrtle Beach. You have a nice
sun
tan.
all the time.
You have a nice. Is that a fake bake or is that?
This is a natural suntan. I get at least an hour a day, and I post about it. I'm always in the sun at least an hour a day. I love to be out there, so I'm kind of shocked at the fact that my vitamin D.
I mean, just looking at your tan, I'm kind of shocked at it too. But that is. I mean, I think they're saying 65% of the public is vitamin D deficient.
Okay. Well,
and again, back to the COVID thing. Those are the two common denominators. Guys, if you're concerned about your immune system, you gotta have zinc, you gotta have vitamin D.
Okay.
Better to have too much than too little.
It's a little scary that I'm deficient in both of them, and we have COVID going on right now. So
100%. Let's get that taken care of. Next is we have an amazing supplement line here. We'll put on the video. It's a company out of Florida called Designs for Health. They say pharmaceutical grade, and people don't understand what that means. It's literally the same inspection standards and the same processes, the same machinery that's all approved by the governing boards is all at Designs for Health. So our supplements. you can't go to Walmart and buy the same supplement and expect it to be what we're selling here. And one of the products we love to sell when we have a complaint of weight gain is called Iodine Synergy.
Okay.
This is it's a thyroid supplement. It's going to help you create more T4 and help you convert to T3. And that's really, I mean, those two, the thyroid is right up there with the top organ responsible for metabolism. So we want to support your thyroid a little better, help you, because like I said, if you're eating clean as you are, I mean, you really shouldn't be having a problem with the weight gain. So
Right.
let's support the thyroid.
And how
with
was
the
my
iodine
thyroid
synergy.
on the?
I mean, I can see your A1C, which is I can see. So the A1C is a 3-week average of your blood glucose levels, and that's low.
Okay.
Which I can tell you right now, without even talking to you, your diet is clean.
Okay.
There it is. Your T4. It's a 6.0. The reference range is 4.5 is on the low side, and 12.0 is on the high side. You're barely
So I'm on the low side.
you're on the low side. Middle range would be 8.
Okay.
And you're a 6.
Okay.
So again, we're finding the connections. Like every one of your symptoms is all explained in these
Yeah.
in these numbers here. Pretty cool, huh?
It is, and it's like I said, when I had initially thought about coming in, knowing that I felt off was like a really good inclination that I really needed to do something other than do some research on my own and actually go see somebody and have my blood work done and figure out what was going on under the hood.
I mean, if nothing else, it's a lot of peace of mind, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you, before I started this clinic and getting blood tests done regularly, I literally felt like I was just shooting in the dark.
Yeah.
And so now it's kind of nice. I get a blood test every couple of months, and I can kind of, stay on top of things and not have to worry about what's going on inside.
Right.
Well, I think we got a good plan here.
I think so, and I'm excited to see. So I guess my next question is, I got a protocol, and then when do you see me again? Like when do I come back in?
So here's the thing. We have what's required, and we require a blood test every 6 months. But for people like you, professionals, I mean, you can do it as often as you want. I mean, Doc did say he recommends another test within 8 weeks.
Okay.
Now that's just a recommendation, but I would recommend that as well.
Okay.
I mean,
And is it different female
just
to male?
It kind of depends on your goals.
Okay.
I mean, you want to. I mean, ideally, we want to stay all our hormonal levels. We want to stay as balanced as possible, especially as a professional like you are. So, I would recommend blood tests for somebody like you more frequently than somebody that's just off the street that's not in the business you're in. So. But yeah, I mean, and this way too, we have an opportunity to see how this regimen we're going to put you on, how it corrects, because it may come back in 8 weeks that we even need to step some of this up, or we need to back some of it down, So that'll give you, I think, some peace of mind. Make sure you're doing things the right way.
For sure, absolutely. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and please feel free check us out on Alpha Male Clinic. That's alphamaledoc.com, and you can hashtag Alpha Chicks to see how this relates to our program to females as well as men.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm excited to come back and do this again.
Awesome. Well,
See how
thank you
it
for giving us
changes.
this opportunity to be part of your channel and your viewers. I know you have a lot of people that really look to you for an example, and you're doing the right thing. I commend you on that.
Thank you.
And like I said, again, congratulations for the body of work, for what you've done without being chemically enhanced like some of these other people in your business are.
I appreciate
see it
that.
every day. I mean, see some numbers that are just through the roof because they're taking so much stuff, and clearly I can see that you're doing things the right way.
Yeah. Well, the goal is to keep you looking female. So.
Exactly.
But thank you so much.
Yep. Thank you for coming in, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.